Napoleon Total War gave us the in-depth Europe that we needed in Empire. Yet, it's not like the campaign struggles to run. It would have been nice for a few more historical factions, or liberatable factions, to make it in there. Welcome to top 5 missing factions in Total War, and we are finally round to Napoleon. Basic rules are we can add settlements, but we cannot go outside of the map. So factions in North Africa we're not allowed to add, for example. In 5th place I decided to add the Ligurian Republic, which was a French client state in Italy that controlled the Genoa region. Much like how the Kingdom of Italy in-game should be seen. This nation came into existence in 1797 and lasted until 1805, until it was annexed into France. After Napoleon fell, it was given to the Kingdom of Sardinia. This faction is here mostly for a historical point, as it is both accurate and it better represents the puppet states set up by Napoleon in Italy on the front lines. Also, having the city of Genoa in Italy is a must. It's just such an integral part of the peninsula. Here is a Steam key for a game that I had spare. First come, first served. My way of saying thank you for having notifications turned on and clicking on the video instantly.
Wow, MELKOR, real subtle there.
Quiet, Fez. For similar reasons, in 4th place I went with the Kingdom of Etruria, founded in 1801 and lasting until 1807. This will be situated in the Tuscany region, and is present on the list for similar reasons as the Ligurians, to better reflect Italy. Germany is full of city-states, and this is represented well, yet I feel in both Napoleon and Empire, Italy is sort of skipped over a little bit, the German states being the most famous ones. Also, adding a settlement here would provide the French armies with just one more settlement before making it to Rome, the Papal States, which would be an added bonus of this faction. Now, as always with these, the Serbian percentage of my audience gets really annoyed when I don't include them in one of these videos. So here we go, 3rd place, Serbia. Jokes aside, for 3rd place, I do think the game needs more Balkan settlements and liberatable factions that start under Ottoman rule. Napoleon Total War's releasable nations stretch out very far outside of Napoleon's time zone, for example, Germany as a liberatable faction. So Balkan nations would also fit in this game, Serbia, Bulgaria and Croatia, to name a few. Number 2, very similar to the last, the Republic of Ragusa. Now Ragusa is also in the Balkans, yet at the start of the game it was its own nation and would be a good addition to the game. Firstly as something for the Ottomans to do, rather than immediately charge for the Great Powers, and secondly because of the historical backing behind Ragusa, how it had survived against the Ottomans, tried to remain neutral during the Napoleonic Wars, and eventually falling in 1808, ending its almost 700-year history. Honourable mention time. I want to see York as its own city, and have Yorkshire as a liberatable state, so the player can make it its own faction, as the glorious Yorkshire should be. Honourable mention number 2, and I went with Lithuania as a liberatable nation. Historically, like Poland, they have a deep history and culture, both existing before Napoleon's time and coming back again after. They deserved a mention, but the reason neither of these made it onto the list is because I did not want too many nations that are liberate only and not existing from the start. Number 1, here we are, and this is actually just a small change, but for 2 factions. In-game, you can liberate major nations to a different government type if you get them down to their final nation, such as being able to make Russia a republic or being able to turn France back to the monarchy. This mechanic I did love, yet did not see much gain except for roleplay satisfaction. To make the game more historical as France, imagine if you could liberate Spain and Naples with a unique option of putting one of your own on the throne. So this is my first place, the faction that I want most. The ability to be able to liberate either Spain or Naples to put your own on the throne, and then through that they are forced to be loyal to you. They cannot just like break their vassalage or something and go to war. They are forced to be loyal. This would be a nice historical touch, but would also add a lot of interesting gameplay if done right. And there we go, please let me know if you agree or disagree with any on this list. I know many of you would have wanted more German states, but I don't feel the game needs it. The German region in Napoleon Total War is represented fairly and accurately, and is balanced in the city quantity compared to the rest of the world, unlike how it was in Empire. So overall I am satisfied with Germany. Anyway, that is all. Please check out my other videos on this topic. We have covered many factions, settlements and units that could fit historically in Total War games, but never did. Or check out any other historical video that I make. I am MELKOR, hope you enjoyed, hope you learnt something, subscribe and share, and until tomorrow's video, goodbye.